And
That's
we
what's
are
up.
here. It's the motherfucking controversial Best and Swoop show. And the controversy is not here today. Christine is actually out at a networking event with Ari and a couple of videographers, photographers, and other people of in the media space at this point in time. So shout out to Christine. She will be back next week. We sorry we missed y'all last week. We here. Best looking like you need a haircut, man. I'm with you, bro, but I need one
I
too.
do. I do. I ain't gonna lie. I
I
do.
need a
I'm
haircut
pressed.
myself. Feel me? I was doing a myself drink, but I don't feel like I need to get a real drink. Feel me? Um, and then we have Jonathan with us, man. We got Ty also in the cut, man. It's gonna be a different episode, man. It's real
Mm.
Rochestery today. Real Rochestery.
Yeah, he got it. Yeah, he dressed up on us, bro. He's stunning on us in
I
the
know.
podcast.
Listen, on Kevin Samuels' time in the song. What's going on, man?
Look at the
Not the
suitcase in the
Cam and
back.
Samuels.
What's going
I
on,
know. I
man?
just be on my professional shit. That's all. You know, trying to give people that different look, that different side of the game people don't see.
Absolutely, absolutely. Talking about Rochester, shout to Rochester. Shout to 38 Special, man. Legendary night at SOBs. That's where we want to start with it, man. SOBs, legendary night. 38 Special performance on his tour that he's currently on. He brought out Class Murder. He brought out Mark Starr. He brought out BGM Black and a couple of guys. And also, it was in New York City and sold out. And they had people rapping that bitch word for word. Shout out to my nigga Fresh for getting some of that, for getting that footage and documenting history. Shit was going down in there, man. I don't know if you got a chance to see it, Best.
I feel like it's been going down in New York City this week. You had Jake performing in New York City at the Apollo.
Are we gonna get there? Let's get Special Flowers first.
Nah,
I definitely
word.
want to get to the Apollo. I wanted to get
Yeah.
Special Flowers first though, before we go any further.
Shout out to Special.
Yeah, shout out to 38 Special, man. SOBs it's a people say it's an entry performance spot, but everybody can't sell that shit out. And 38 Special sold that bitch out. So they had LeBron bumping this shit. Done had sold out SOBs. Shout out to my nigga City too. City was the DJ. If you didn't know, DJ City, he was there doing his things on the ones and twos, and he's going to be on tour for a minute with Special. The next drink is about to be in Connecticut tonight. The next one is in Connecticut on March 31st, and then on 420 they're going to be doing a show in Cleveland, Ohio, and I might fly out for that one. I don't know. So. Yeah, 420, you feel me? Get some weed out there, get high, listen to some 38 Special, see some of the guys that I like, that kind of music that I listen to, see them guys perform. I think Ransom popped out too, if I'm correct, and a couple of guys. So shout out to 38 Special. But I'm moving on. New York City what's popping this week. The Apollo was 2 nights, and Drake performed at the Apollo 2 nights in a row.
Sold out. They say he brought out kids they ain't never seen come up before. Then Cameron, Jadakiss, and who else was it?
And Murder Mace, man. Put some respect on Betha, man. Shout out to Mason Betha, man. Y'all gotta, listen, to this day, I know everybody be like, Pastor Mason and all that. The highest selling rapper album-wise from Harlem is Mace. Y'all niggas gotta stop playing with him. Yes, to this day. To this day. Harlem World, the first album, highest selling album from an artist from Harlem. Outsold ASAP Rocky, outsold Cameron, outsold all of them, bro. And I love Killer. Everybody know I'm a Killer fan. I'm a Jimmy fan. I'm a Dipset fan. But Big L, all them guys. But it was really Mace is the one that sold the most albums out of all of them.
Shout out to them. So let's get more into hip hop. Ice Spice just recently released the project. How do y'all feel about that?
I ain't gonna lie. Ice Spice kind of need her respect at this point. I think Ice Spice no longer a one-hit wonder. Like everybody thought she had that one song that was gonna do it. Bunch. At this point, I think people kind of put in respect. She got a couple followers, genuine listeners. You know, I think she could start building an actual career at this point.
Ice Spice is what I've always been saying to people. It was a thing going around saying that how does she rap the way she rapped when in college she was a Kendrick Lamar fan. She listened to Kendrick Lamar, to Pimp a Butterfly. Ice Spice is a smart young lady. She understands that sex sells. She understands she's an attractive woman, and that if she started rapping on that kind of super conscious shit, she would get treated like Rhapsody. I'm a big Rhapsody fan. I don't know if you two are familiar who Rhapsody is. But she'll be put to the wayside. You feel me? The fact that she's engaging into the fuckery of the sex and stuff like that is helping her career go along. And even with that, like the fact she's still dressed like she's from the Bronx, she wear the Fashion Nova outfits and stuff. People are like, why she dressed so bad? She's not dressing bad. She's actually using everything to her advantage, where she's not spending money that she doesn't need to spend, where she can just use all of these people that want to be associated with her. So Ice Spice is gonna be alright. She's gonna eventually get into movies and TV and shit like that. She's not gonna be in this music space forever because she's such an attractive young lady. She may even get into media at some point as well because she's just something easy on the eyes. You feel me? And you could coach that kind of thing, and she's willing to be coached now because we see what she's doing with her music career.
Now let me
Did
ask
y'all
you
listen
this.
to the project?
No, I didn't get a chance to listen to. But I heard a lot of good reviews.
I ain't gonna lie, I listened to the whole thing. She had 3 songs that we already kind of heard from here, and you know, she kind of knew what it was gonna probably play out. Of course, she got the hit on there. She had In Her Mood. That was kind of doing numbers already. The 2 other songs she had, one with Lil Tjay, which I found kind of interesting. I thought when Lil Tjay went down, say that again?
Is it called Gangsta Boo?
Yeah, Gangsta Boo, right? So with that one, I thought when Lil Tjay was going down to the music video shoot, they were actually going to shoot that one. Do y'all think they were going to do like maybe like a double music video shoot with that one?
I don't know.
Sure,
I haven't seen anything about it. So, and I know her and Lil Tjay have some kind of working relationship or some kind of like they work a lot together. So, I don't know if it's whether it's the same camps or is it common people that they know. But it'd be
so like now what I'm saying is like so when Lil Tjay got arrested, he was on the way to the music video with Ice Spice, and the whole ordeal was like, Ice Spice still shot the music video. Now she shot In Her Mood or whatever. What does it say? In Her Mood? In Her Mood, right? Mm-hmm. She shot that, but do y'all think maybe Lil Tjay was probably going to do like a double video shoot with her?
It's very possible.
And that's the reason why he was going there too in the first place?
It's very possible, but they also happen to be, like I said, like we've seen them around each other a lot without it being about the music. So I really don't know. Like, it'd be
I feel like they're going to put Lil Tjay in because she's still an up-and-coming artist. They're trying to build her name up and brand. Everything that's been going around Lil Tjay too. It's good publicity.
Shout out to K5. He's in the building right now. Shout out to our producer Mike. I don't know. It's an interesting thing. I think that Ice Spice with the Lil Tjay thing, I'm not sure because we never really know. It would have probably been a great idea, and it sounds like you might be on brand, but she shot the video because at the end of the day, the stuff was paid for, so the video had to go on.
Speaking of Lil Tjay was arrested twice, like 2 weeks on gun charges. How you feel about that?
I feel like Lil Tjay needs to know that hip hop police are watching you. You were shot. You were a victim of gun violence, so that they know how you move, where you can't move. So they're gonna definitely have more eyes on you. And if they find probable cause to pull you over, they know that there's something on you.
I ain't gonna lie. I want to know why Lil Tjay didn't have security guards or why he's still even in
security is expensive, man. It's not cheap.
Yeah, but
but if you want to do like a one event type thing, like where you only going out to the music video for like 2-3 hours, it's like a scheduled thing. Cause they both at that, part of their career where, it's structured in some type of way. There's people above them making sure stuff going smooth. I think they need to start having like, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours set aside that they know they're gonna need security for that video shoot. And that's if he has that money to do that, I think he should, especially if he making bail. Because if you think about it, now you got to charge to your name, and then you just about to spend all this money on bail. So it's like
two gun charges in 2 weeks in New York. I think he's spent
two of them in New York.
Yeah, so you gotta look at it like this too, right? So Little TJ is not. He's signed to probably a production company, more than likely, right?
I think he's signed to a record label.
But you can be signed to a record label, but you're signed to the record label through who? Because Little TJ didn't negotiate himself getting that deal. He didn't have the cachet to do so. So most of these artists, they get their deals negotiated through a separate entity, and then that entity negotiates, like we've seen with 504 and the Mace. Mace structured a deal where he got a percentage of whatever was paid out. We hear about what the artists get, but what they really get after the splits from lawyer fees, if it's a production company involved, and all of these things, they probably get maybe less than half of what they signed for. You feel me? So we have to take that into account too. Security is not cheap, and to pay for that shit every day. Lil TJ, I don't know to what extent he be outside, but he be moving around. He's a young guy, and we don't know. And because you're a high risk like client, it's going to cost you a lot more to get security than the average person getting security.
That is true.
So you have to take all of this into account. And then these niggas want to pop bottles, they want to buy chains, they got their monthly expenses as is to pay for. And now you talk about paying for security, and these dudes is not doing it for no chump change, especially when we talk about armed security.
But let me ask you this: the cost that he's spending for what bail, is that not going to be more than what the actual security going to be? Especially for, I understand like the consistency that he has to do at that point, but like you don't need 24-hour security. You shouldn't be living your life where you need 24-hour security as an artist, a regular person, whatever. Now, if you're a high risk person, now when you're going out to like the public, you know you want to be, you know, sitting outside on the escalades and crowds of fans is going to be on you. Obviously, you know, you got to spend that money, and it's worth the cost at that point, because the other end of that, A, something happened to you, B, you carrying something, and now you gotta pay the cost of that. So
Lil Tjay was released on what it says a night after another judge blunder sent him back to jail. All right, I don't know if it's 30 or 90. It's been saying both. I'm trying to figure out what the exact number is. So New York Post said 90,000. That's 9,000. That's probably maybe a day or two for 2 security guards.
2 days for 9,000, you say?
Depending on
9,000?
Not
90,000?
You got to think about it.
For how many guards?
Maybe 3-4.
You don't need that many. You probably need 1 or 2.
You have to think about it. We talk.
I mean, Lil Tjay. Well, are we talking
about being just because he's a high risk client in general, because we know he got street issues. He's been shot.
Okay, I would say
he's been shot. What areas are you gonna have?
I know. I was gonna say prior to that, it would not have been that much, but I understand what you're saying.
What areas you gonna have them in, and there's also got to be insurance paid on these security guards too. Like it's more things than just me paying you by the hour. So, and most people don't like hiring one dude is cool, but that one dude is one dude. If you moving how a person is moving, you might want to have more than one, maybe 2 or 3. And it's not like these security guards. Maybe I'll give it a week at max. A week for like 9,000, because his bail was that 90,000, and they usually make him pay 10% or whatever that is to bond out.
What about lawyer fees and all that stuff too? Like all that stuff add up.
Yeah.
So the lawyer is probably on retainer, regardless, but it definitely adds up.
If I'm him, he just needs somebody to hold the gun. I ain't gonna say hold the gun, but like one of his men should be able to take that gun charge from him. There's no way he's taking 2 gun charges back to back.
But this is the thing. You got a fall guy, but you don't want to be at a point where you consistently got to have somebody that take an L like that for you. Because one, no matter how many times that keep happening, police ain't gonna stop pulling you over at that point. Because eventually they're gonna be like, all right, he gonna run out of guys, and eventually he gonna have one. So like that's not probably good advice to get like artists that's in that spot to do that. They have to get security. They have to when you're doing these high audience people, like you out in the public or whatever. Like at least at the bare minimum, if the event doesn't have security, I don't even think you should even book it. And then plus 2 at that point, because like when an artist fly out or whatever, he only bringing 2-3 guards with him. Mm-hmm. Because you know what, the event themselves is supposed to have it. Now Ice Spice, her video shoot should have security. I think he should have had 1 or 2 or 3 guards that's with him at all times.
And being that that's a visual show or feature, I feel like the label put money behind that feature. So it should have been somebody that took that gun charge, or the label. Like,
well, how much of a priority is he to the label though? That's also what matters. So you're fun, like, well, how much of a priority are you to the label? And we saying security still are human beings. Like they gonna do their job, but they're not about to die for their client. Like let's be honest. And knowing niggas that's been shot, it don't matter. I know rappers that been shot, and they on some, my security got it, but bitch, I got it on me too, because I'm not trusting you with my life. Like,
now I understand that too, but at the same time, if you're not going to spend your advancement on smart things like protection, and then your assets like studios and all that stuff, physical things that you keep continuing doing, then you're not spending your money correctly. Yeah, if you want to leave it in the label's hand, people that's like, okay, if he falling off, we're not even going to be looking at him. Cool. That's I don't know how you're going to sleep with that type of peace of mind as an artist. But if you're using your money right, you have to get security. You have to plan for that.
And still, they just doing a job. Like, we talking as people that haven't been shot. When you've been shot, you're not thinking about, like, you can have security. You still aren't enough. Like, somebody got close to me before. I felt hot shells in my body before. Like, so I can hire as much security as I want, but I'm still not that comfortable because I've already been shot. Like, it's a different mindset to have. How they spend their money is on them. You feel me? If they want to spend however much they spend, 9,000 could probably get you a month of like 2 security guards. You know what I mean? About a good month or two. I was trying to stretch in there before, but I'm thinking about like if you got a 24-hour type shit, that's a little different. But a person that maybe got like 6-7 hours a day security, you might be all right.
I ain't gonna lie. I can't blame a nigga for feeling like that. And plus, I never been through that. So obviously, there's gonna be paranoia through that. But at that point, I'm like, why not stop being an artist too? Because it's like, you still got to do that as a career. And I understand, like, yo, you got to put, like, food on the plate. But it's like, if it's something that's that traumatic that happened, so I couldn't blame him if he was like, nah, you know what? I just want to live a normal life after that. Would anybody blame him after that?
He can't go back to normal because he didn't get shot because he was an artist. That's not why he got shot.
Not necessarily that, but he could say, okay, the money I got now, spread it out, start working this, do that, boom. Like, Tjay been in it for a minute where hopefully he got that type of plan set up. I hope, like, any artist after that blew up.
When you telling him to walk away from that, you telling him to stop feeding people too. Little Tjay is a multi-million-dollar brand. Regardless of how much money he personally has, it's a lot of people that eat off of the name of Little Tjay. That's one.
No. So, I understand that, but like that's not the only thing he can make money from. Just like being out in the crowd, like you just switch your whole lifestyle around. He can still be in the studio doing music videos, even potentially even shows if he's comfortable to that level. But like the fan special interaction where he just in the crowd, like how A Boogie does it too, like where they're just in NYC and they got everybody just surrounding him. I could see like him just skipping out on that.
He got shot for being a regular person. He was not doing no music shit when he got shot. He got shot at a fancy restaurant in New Jersey. Right. Like it's not changing who he is. Like at the end of the day, he could try to reinvent himself to be so many things, and it can work for him. But the people that see him as how they see him, they still see him in that way. And it's not. And Deion Sanders has a quote that I like a lot. He said, "You got to make the main thing the main thing." Lil Tjay could go in there and try to be an A&R, but that's not what people know him for. That's not what pays the bills. What pays the bill is the fact that he's an artist, and he has
not to mess up. I'm gonna use an example. Lil Bibby has been A&R for Juice WRLD, but people still talk about free crack to this day. People still talk about him.
But Lil Bibby's situation a little different because he got into an issue with the label, and the label won't release his shit.
Lil Bibby as a rapper.
Yeah, they still hear him as a rapper. He's been behind the scenes on exec time for a long time, but Lil Tjay don't have that cachet, or we haven't seen him do that yet to make it work. He's still been in artist mode, working on himself to be an artist. It's definitely other ways to make money, but at the end of the day, that might not be his dream. His dream was to be an artist.
True, and we're all assuming like that's the only thing that he makes money off of, just like musical, contributions that he has. But like most artists, they venture off into other things like that. And hopefully, like, because how long Tjay been rapping since like 2019, 18, like around there. At this point, I would hope that he has these other business ventures where, he's not just depending on, the music to support his lifestyle. Obviously, that's going to be the main part of it. But like, other things that are not going to make him fall on his face if, he doesn't do another good album or something like that. You understand? Feel me what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And it's also about where he at with it too, because he's still probably under that first contract he signed. So I haven't seen
how many albums he in? He done like
2, 3. He got at least 3.
Yeah, but and with that, it's like we didn't see any renegotiation of his contracts, and it's hard for him to like. it's hard for him to get into other situations. Maybe business wise, he could be like a silent investor in certain things. But when you get shot, when you constantly are in the eye of the law, having gun charges and stuff, people want to stray away from that because it's negative connotations that come with doing business with you, regardless of what. Like, so it makes.
So let's ask this. I got a question. Is it the label's responsibility of the artist at that point to make sure he's safe when he's doing music stuff like that?
No.
Okay.
It's not their job. Their job is to distribute music.
Because
you're not an employee. You're an independent.
Off of that.
You're an independent.
It depends what type of deal he in. So
you're an independent contractor. That's why they give you your own specific contract. That's it. You're an independent contractor. They don't owe you anything other than to distribute your music and to split whatever profits or whatever the thing is of your deal. You feel me? Like they're not your friend. They do business with you, and whether you're dead or alive, they're still gonna make money because they have this business contract in place.
Nah, but I would think after something like so. Let's say Tjay
you got to think about it.
Do we know who he's signed to? Do we know who he is signed to?
Who's he? I thought you looked that up.
That's a big question because if we know most of their rosters, these dudes, okay,
he signed to Columbia.
If it's like obviously not no small label.
He signed to Columbia.
Columbia.
Yep.
Okay, I don't know who else is on Columbia.
Columbia is a super brand. It's a super big label, and they probably have over 500 artists. And there's people that we don't.
No. I understand they're a big brand, but I don't know like specific people that have signed to Columbia off the top of my head. But my
they got Polo. They got Polo G, BTS, the Kid Laroi, Chloe Bailey. Who else we got? Alexa Bliss. Little Nas X, XXXTentacion, Beyonce, Lil Xan, Harry Styles, Aerosmith, fucking John Cena, Adele.
All right, so obviously he's not a priority. He's definitely not a priority.
Tyler, the Creator, Earth, Wind and Fire, AC/DC, Wu-Tang Clan, 50 Cent, Snoop, Bruce Spring. Like they got fucking Bruce Springsteen, man. Come on now. Like it's just.
All right, so obviously the label definitely not going to drop that money because he nowhere near a priority.
It's not about dropping the money. We gave you the money on your advance. Now what you do with it is your fucking business. Where's our album?
True, but sometimes like after artists getting shot, they might like, all right, let's protect our assets.
But you're talking about a small. That's a smaller label. We talking about this. Columbia's a big label. Like they're not giving a fuck with you.
But is he signed underneath something under Columbia?
So I don't see that he signed under anything under Columbia. It just says he signed to Columbia.
Okay.
So
I see. Yeah, Columbia would even in that instance. But I feel like a smaller label would do more to kind of protect you.
Yeah.
Or even like a big label would too. It just depends how big of a priority you are. But obviously, at the end of the day, it's definitely the responsibility of the artist to get their security because at the end of the day, it's their life.
And it's about security is one thing, but it's just about what you represent. You know what he represent. You know where he from. It is what it is. Like that shit had nothing to do with music. That shit happened with street shit. It was straight up and down street shit. It came over. It spilled over. And I'll let y'all guys get y'all last points in. But niggas that's from the other side see them in the spot, got the drop, and they did what they did. They didn't care if he was little. He could have been Drake. They don't give a fuck who you are, bro. That's what they own.
All right, moving on to the next topic because we've been on a little TV conversation for a long time. Let's talk about Blueface and Drake, Blueface and Academics and Blueface versus Drake and the whole Christian Rock shit. I know we are annoyed at them, but this is what's going on in hip hop. How y'all feel about what's going on as far as Blueface and Christian Rock?
Blue Sean, that's a funny name, but didn't they just do some weird wedding thing? It was for a music video or something.
I think they got married. I don't know too much about that, but I think I seen yesterday they got married.
I don't know. I don't know. I have nothing to say. I'm not.
Say their name one more time. I couldn't hear you actually.
Blueface Christian.
What was their name again?
Blueface and Christian Rock.
Oh, Blueface and Sean. What, the whole marriage video?
Yeah.
Nah, he's talking about academics and his issue with Drake. Because Drake followed Christian.
Have you academics? I ain't gonna lie. Academics, the only person he didn't play with is with Lil Baby. But when it came to Blueface, he was talking about I got more money than you. You renting out the shit like she's taking care of your career. He was like, bro, you letting her go that fuck 10 niggas like disrespect you. I would never let no girls disrespect me. You air pussy. Like academics is going all in on him basically. But what's y'all take on that? Like academic.
I think academics be on bullshit sometimes. He be on big bullshit. I think I just hope the things that academics say he could back up. Cause I like Ak. I don't have any issues with Ak. I think Ak is kind of funny. I think he pushes the envelope on certain things, and it's just be interesting to see because him, Whack 100 and Ak are pretty cool, but that Blueface is Whack 100's artist, so it'll be interesting to see how they handle that situation going forward.
I don't think Whack 100 is putting the whole Blueface Christian Rock because I don't watch the show.
He's on the show.
No, I don't watch the show, but I'm saying I seen clips where he's like, bro, you worried about this girl where we're losing $2 million because you're not focused on the music.
Yeah. But Whack 100 is on the show. And you know why the show to me, I don't really give it too much because who was the producer of the show? Ray J.
Oh, Ray J is? Oh,
Ray J is one of the producers of the show.
I know.
Who's one of the people that got the most shows on Zeus? Ray J. Who is Yeah, Ray J's a executive producer on mad shows on Zeus. Who's Ray J? Who's Ray J's manager?
Mona.
Whack 100. Like this shit is just crazy, bro. Whack 100 is Ray J's manager. Who does Whack 100 also manage? Blueface in game. So this shit is all. I don't know what's real at this point. I don't know what's real. I know Blueface and Krishan should not be together. I know that part is real because they fucking nuts.
That's a fact.
And I know Whack 100 and Ray J and them know how to stir up controversy. What set the Breakfast Club off? Ray J calling up, talking about how you gonna fuck Fab up. Excuse my language, this is YouTube. I forgot. Can't be cursing like that no more. How you gonna whoop Fab? You feel me? Like It's just they just know how to stir up controversy and remain relevant. So
if you're Blueface, is it worth the bruh?
Me personally,
I don't know what his finances are, so I can't say.
Now, but if you're in that situation, you dealing with some type of shit like you dealing with that on TV.
What my morals? That's what my morals. No, my morals will not allow me to do so. Yeah, but some people put the celebrity, the fame, and the money over their morals. My morals, no.
I definitely think Blueface got to rethink it because like at this point, like what are you willing to risk for that? I definitely think he has genuine love for her at this point because like I don't know what amount of money getting abused, look bad like this in the public a lot. It's like worth it.
Like a letter. She took his car and stole it and cut herself and wrote him a letter in blood, bro.
Oh yeah, no, you got dubbed out. That's crazy.
That's crazy. I don't know. Like at the end of the day, it's both of them are in it. And as much as we want to say that this shit is crazy, in our community, this level of toxicity and excessiveness is common. Maybe not to what we've seen with Krishan doing, but the level of doing like extreme things to show love, this level of territorialness and possessiveness of your significant other, and this is either we together or I'm gonna fuck your life up. You see, excuse me, damn, I gotta stop cursing on here. Mm-hmm. Mess your life up. That's just what it is at this point, and I don't really understand what's going on with it. But I really hope for both of them to get better, and honestly, they may need time away from each other and space away from each other just to like figure it out for themselves.
I think they need to go seek therapy at this point, bro. Especially Christian Rock, bro. Like, there's no way you should be this in love. But moving along, another thing that's been trending is Boston Richie and 1090 Jake.
I don't know who 1090 Jake is for real. I heard he's some white, like no respect to the whites, but some white dude. That'd be so crazy.
He basically exposed in like court paperwork and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Boston Richie got into it. He went and I think it's FOI. I don't know what it is, the actual abbreviation, but FOIA. I think it was. You know, got that. It was a fake 2-minute video of Boston Richie getting interrogated and basically so he ratted.
It was a fake video?
No, it was a real video, but basically, Boston Richie ratted. How y'all feel about Boston Richie's career right now? Being that
Boston Richie's career is not going anywhere, so I don't know what to tell people. It's not going anywhere. People that because we've seen it like no disrespect. We've seen it recently with just local shit, where somebody was saying a certain artist is got paperwork, but his fans didn't care. So it's like the fans they don't care. They
but
don't.
there's nothing with that, right? Being that he's signed to Future, right? And again, he has to work with other artists because he's still building his buzz for real. It's gonna be kind of hard to put him on the same card.
They just signed that man for $7 million. They don't give a fuck. Excuse my language.
No, I'm not saying the label.
Future and them to negotiate to get him $7 million. They gonna make sure he's successful. You know why? Because they want to. If we get $7 million off the first deal, we got to re-up.
But you know what it was? Future took him off the tour, right?
No, he took himself off the tour. That's what he's saying. Future probably.
Yeah, he does.
That's what he's saying. He took himself. You got, bro. If I just got $7 million with somebody, I can possibly get more. And then he was on academics talking about this stuff, bro. 6ix9ine hasn't stopped touring yet, bro.
Yeah, but 6ix9ine's a different lane. He's embracing this.
No,
shit right
he's not in a. He just understands that there are people that do not care.
And you got to mind, you can't compare Boston Richie to 6ix9ine.
6ix9ine is worse.
No, I'm talking not far as I'm talking about 6ix9ine's a megastar. Boston Richie never hit that height in his career.
It don't matter, but Boston Richie got a cult like following already. So it don't matter, bro. It don't matter because it's a bunch of people that we can start going into, and they saying they told Tjay literally just went on there and said he told on his cousin that's dead.
But people
Tjay was on Crime Stoppers in the height of his career. Nobody cared. People that are like, yo, Tjay, right? He on Crime Stoppers. Tjay still went platinum, bro. He still was selling out on tour. He got a whole TV show for him and his family after that. Like, it's about, like, who are we talking about now? Who are the people we talking about? Because the streets, that's fine. The streets might not mess with them, but who's spending the money?
But I agree with that. The streets don't mean shit. But I'm talking about as far as cards. I don't think he's an artist yet that he could just be one. He could only be the only person on the card. He has to work with other artists. That's
fine. That's what you got Rolling Loud for. That's what you got festivals for. He don't have to be on the card by himself. We gonna negotiate this deal. Yo, Loud Nation, come in right quick. Y'all about to do this festival here. Put my boy on the card. They built that. That's when you sign to a label, you sign to an engine that they the ones that deal with those problems for you. If you worth something, you might not could get you a solo show. Most of these new artists don't do solo shows. They're on a car with other people or they on a festival.
But how's it gonna be with other artists that
it don't matter. Who cares?
They're gonna turn it down.
Who's gonna turn that Rolling Loud, bro? Who's turning that Rolling Loud?
I'm saying I'm talking about club appearances and shit like that.
He don't need to do club appearances with them. That don't matter. I'm gonna do every Rolling Loud date on the show on this year, and I'm gonna just run it.
I ain't gonna lie. As a promoter, I only want to book one artist like at a club or at a concert or whatever.
But the roster, down south they be doing 2, 3 because.
But that's not club appearances. Those are actual shows.
Yeah, shows though.
It don't matter. He don't got to do a show with them. So you turn down the money. I don't got to turn down the money. It's like he's not like that's the thing. People got to understand. These artists don't be friends or care about each other anyway. They don't care. They getting money. The name of you in reality, you're in competition with every artist that's out there. How many times can I get booked? For real. Everybody not Beyonce that's going to do 2 shows in 2 nights and get $24 million a piece per show. It's not going to happen. Like, everybody, what's going to happen to Boston Richie? Boston Richie still popping. 1090 Jake, the only reason we know who he is because he keeps talking about Boston Richie. You're not talking about 1090 Jake because of him?
People been know about Boston 1090 Jake.
No, some people that be in that lane, the average person that don't know nothing about that don't even know who he is. I didn't even know dude was white till like 3 days ago.
What? You never heard about 1090 Jake?
Oh, because I don't be caring about, like, I don't operate in them spaces.
I don't know that nigga either. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't operate in them spaces. I don't care about somebody that be on the internet talking about other men and street shit. Nigga, I'm out here trying to get money. I'm out here trying to like live life and have fun. I'm in the spot where the women is at. I don't care about no men. Unless we talk
Good
about getting
question.
money.
Is street commentary like dead?
Nah.
Like, is there a point?
No, because there's people that like that stuff. I don't know why. But
People that just always gonna want to watch it.
yeah.
But do the street? You know how we be like, the streets, all this. The streets really not paying for nothing. Really, they just view it.
Nothing at all. Hey man, if you go watch that 38 Special concert, most of that crowd was white. I'm just trying to tell you. I just seen a video. Shout out to Conway the Machine in Europe in Athens, Greece, doing the show. And as soon as West Side Gun came on stage, the whole joint erupted. And about 95% of that crowd, white. Listening to dudes from Buffalo rap about cocaine and crack and art. So it's like, we got to really look about who is really buying this stuff. Like, catering to the street, that's why I laugh, especially, like, shout out to Rochester, but it's not the only place, but we familiar with that place more than others. When people get into the whole who is the most popping dude in the town, most local shit, what the fuck does that mean? Because who's, like, if y'all all got on the car right now, how many of y'all gonna sell tickets?
What artist do you think here can sell tickets? Even though it's like
of what age group? What age group? Because we can't say from there because we just seen special.
I know all ages. It got to be 21 plus. Cause as an event promoter, I want somebody that could do 21 plus. Cause I'm trying to sell out that liquor. At least 18. That all ages is dead. Cause who want to deal with all that drama of kids?
Maybe Class. Maybe Perko. I don't know. Perko maybe. But it would have to be 18 plus for Perko. 18 or all crowds for Perko. 21 is real tricky. Really, really tricky. I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie. I think a female could do it before a male.
Yeah. Shout out to Laja. I seen Laja, Lola Yellow, I think her name is. She on a joint with Sukiana and Christian rocking. I'm gonna be. Is it Lola Yellow, the artist?
Laja girl.
Yeah, I'm into her.
Yeah. She about to be
shout out Mcgee and Lady Polar. They're gonna too.
So it's some of them that can sell some tickets, but by themselves, I don't know if it's anybody outside of like the few people that I've named. That'd be an interesting thing to see.
Talk about ladies. Oh, you had to.
Also before we go there too, all you old, but like weird people that get on Instagram and YouTube and I'm getting older too, so I can't say old, but weird people that comment, mad that Bronny James made the All-American game. You weird as hell, man, because the kid can play basketball. Kid is nice. Like we watch. He's not playing. He hasn't played the last few games with Sierra Canyon, and they haven't been doing as well. You can tell there's a big difference when he's on the floor versus when he's not on the floor.
Nah, but he's one of them players that does, like, I ain't gonna lie. I used to be like, okay, maybe overhyped him, but he's one of them players that literally could play like. He could score. He could rebound. He could assist. Like he doesn't have to score the ball to be effective. To be
effective. He's an all-around player that plays the game the right way. He can go for 40, but he won't go for 40. He'll sit there and go for a calm 19, 20, but try to get 6, 7 assists, get like 8, 9 rebounds, get 2, 3 steals, and lock down your best defender. I mean your best offensive player.
On the efficient score, not taking too many shots. Not
exactly. He don't force up shots. He played, like, you got to think about it, because people are like, why? Like, oh, Mikey should have been. Shout out to Mikey Williams, too. No disrespect to him. Mikey Williams should have been there. Mikey Williams hasn't been playing too many elite competition. He doesn't play a national schedule. He plays actually in a lower class.
He's one of them niggas that people are starting to catch up to him now. He just had a name from a long time.
For a long time, absolutely. But
starting to catch up to where he's at.
Yeah, or they're surpassing him, like DJ Wagner and those guys. Listen, we're talking a little sports right now. We watch these guys play on the national schedule. Sierra Canyon plays on the national schedule. They fly around the country as high school kids. That's not normal. They do tournaments in Hawaii and fucking South Carolina and stuff like that. And they play in Ohio. They're a LA school. That's just not normal. They don't play like everybody else plays. So you have to understand the magnitude of why Bronny got moved up to where he got moved up and other people that play of that ilk. They're playing real competition night in and night out, and they're still having to go to class the next day or do class online via Zoom and do homework. And this is not on the college tip. This is on, I have class every day because they're high school kids. Right. Bronny plays really well. He plays the game the right way. He also plays with one of the top juniors in the country, and Isaiah Elohim, who's from New York. Shout out to him, and a bunch of other guys that's nationally ranked as well. Shout out to Ashton Simmons. No, Ashton Hardaway. I said Simmons. Ashton Hardaway, who was Penny Hardaway's son, and Scottie Pippen's son, not Junior, but the other Pippen. So it's like they playing with a bunch of dudes, and then you got to think about it, they got some of these dudes that's coming up that's rising freshmen and sophomore, like Bryce, that's going to be killing in the next 2 years. They got to get ready. They got to prepare as well. It's a program. It's not he's going to be in there every night putting up 40 points. That's not his game. That's not what the program wants, and that's not efficient at winning basketball. Michael Williams puts up numbers just like Amani Bates in college puts up numbers, but they don't always win. So, shouts to everybody that made the All-American game. Shout out to all those kids, man. I think it's always a phenomenal thing to see. And you can't down these kids' hard work because they put that time in the gym and stuff like that to be at this level. So it's beautiful to see, man.
Shout out to Brownie, man.
Shout out to
my nigga Cayenne too. No, we always rep Carmelo around here.
Oh yeah, Cayenne. Shout out to Cayenne, man. Shout out to Captain Jack, man. My boy Cardinal Hayes. I think he's the number 2 overall player in the country for the class of 2024, man. Captain Jack, man. Jack will be playing at, I believe, Duke. He will be playing at Duke after his senior year is up. So he just committed to Duke this year. Shout out to Captain Jack, Cardinal Hayes, up Hayes and all those loyal men. Y'all feel me? Gotta shout them out for sure. And one of our other young boys, actually, too, he's about to be playing at Syracuse next year. So shout out to him as well.
Next topic I'm going to touch has been trending a lot recently. There's a song called Don't Play With It. It's Lola, Brooke featuring Billy B. And how it's been going is like Lola Brooke, the verse, I guess her verse or her hook went viral. That's the song. That's the part everybody been singing. So lately she's been getting booked to come. I wouldn't even say booked. She's been getting called to come perform at for Lil Kim, for A Boogie and shit like that. And Billy B, who's also a part of the song, is basically feeling some type of way because she's like, "Oh, you having shows in New York City, but why aren't you calling me? I'm a part of the song." But she's not just addressing Lola. She's basically addressing her team because she's no Lola, not that type of person. But she's saying why is her team blocking her from coming to perform? There's even been times where the promoters ask, "How can I get a contact with Billy B?" and they will turn it down. So how y'all feel about that? Does Billy B have a reason to feel that type of way? Even though the part that's really going viral is the Lola Brooke part.
Yeah, but even with that going viral, the song itself is what gets credited, and she's on the song, so she does deserve something as well, some kind of appreciation or some kind of placements as well, because it's a lot. You don't want to just throw everybody else off the song. You feel me? Like we seen, even it was just a video, like the FNF video with Glorilla. Like whenever she performed, her homework was just in the video, but they still was with her when she was performing, and she was bringing them with her everywhere she went. So I don't blame Lola though, because this is not Lola's thing. This is definitely a management and a team thing.
I see where Billy B's coming from, because this song might be the biggest song she ever.
It is the biggest song she ever did.
Yeah, she might be. This might be. Who knows? Maybe she has something in the catalog. But if I'm a female rapper, I want to be able to get pulled out by Lil Kim. So I know I can understand why she's feeling some type of way. But then I can understand from Lola Brooke, he got no control. But then again, it's like, dang, why you? This is a future song. That means they both contributed to it. I don't know about their paperwork, because they did this song when they were both like on an uprise. So I don't think there's no paperwork behind it for real. But hopefully they're able to figure it out so that Billy B is able to get her credit, because who knows, this might be her bigger song. Let her get the opportunity to meet like the Lil Kims and whoever else brings Lola Brooke out. I know she wants to be a part of it just as much as she was there to bake the song.
Absolutely.
I would say from my perspective, really, if you're the girl that's the feature, you gotta understand like it's a part of the game of marketing too. Once you kind of start noticing a song is like jumping off and everything like that, you kind of got to get with that original person you made a song with or video with and be like, yo, when these things start happening, these fly out, are we going to start marketing it together? Are you really marketing just your part? And also, too, you kind of got to look at like which part is popping in the song. And people are not recalling nothing from that part of the song to feature, then that's part of the game. Now, didn't she really like blow up the song from like TikTok? It was an older song. Like the song was not a new song that she just put out.
TikTok definitely blew it up, especially when you had like Northwest, Kanye West's daughter, when she was using it on her TikTok. Like it takes it to a whole nother realm now. And what we have, like, what she has to understand is that just because the song is popular, you may benefit as well, but you may not benefit directly. Like the song BMF that Rick Ross had, right? I think Big Meech, Larry Hoover, right? People keep forgetting Styles P is also on that song, but nobody ever mentions that part. Like Styles P is on the song. He has a Grammy. He has a plaque behind that, and like many awards behind that song. But people forget Styles is on the fucking song. But it happened to blow up a certain way. And when Ross was performing it, yeah, Styles wasn't always there, but he still benefited because that's something that's now in his catalog. And when it does well, he does well because he's on the song. He gets his splits. You know what I mean?
See, that's where it might go wrong because when they both created a song together, they were both independent artists.
But it's not Billy B's song. It's Lola Brooke's song. Like when you look it up, it's not. Billy B's a feature.
Right. But it's disrespectful because there was a time they was trying to take her name away from the YouTube video. Like her label was trying to do that. And I guess Billy B said it was taken out for like 3-4 months and her name was not in the title. So I don't know what
her voice is. But it don't matter if it's not on the title on YouTube. What's in the fucking paperwork? When you go look it up and you do the BMIs, there's your name on there. Then that's what matters.
But do you think she's at the point in her career where she's like, okay, all that stuff kind of applies to me? Because when you're just an artist on the grind, like you putting stuff out, a lot of them don't be tracking 95% of the income sources that they can for their music. Do you think it's just a complete loss for her? Or she really got to be like realizing the potential she still got with the hype of that song, being like co-collaborator?
But she's not even a co-collaborator. She's a feature.
Yeah, true. So she's
just a feature. Like I'm looking.
Well, it depends what split she got for the song, but she might not have none. She might.
Yeah, that'll be. You get your feature stuff, probably some writing stuff, and the thing is, that's why Apple Music and stuff like that is great because we can look this stuff right now. Because she's on the song. When you look it up, she is listed as a feature on all platforms that I've been looking at so far. And this Lola Brooke is through another label that negotiated her deal. And I'm looking it up. She's featured on here. I don't want to view the lyrics. I want to view. I'm trying to view the. Sure, no. I can't find what I'm looking for in here, but she's on there. She's listed as a feature. Produced by Dizzy Banco. But it's Lola Brooke's song. It's listed everywhere as Lola Brooke's song. It's not listed as
so it's like it's part of the game. That's a role, not even a role bump. Like she just gotta see the back end. She gotta go through those type of routes, that rabbit hole, and trying to figure out how she can still utilize it as like a career imprint on her. Because I'm sure there's some type of benefits down the road for that. You just kind of got to grab everything that you can. I wouldn't say leave anything on the table.
Excuse me. I really don't know what Billy B really wants. You're a feature artist. You're in the video. This song has 16 million views. Now it's about what you do with it from your perspective at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
Another thing that went trendy is Young Miami Golden Shower. I don't know if y'all watched the interview with
I'm crying. Not the Golden Showers.
How y'all feel about what she said about P. Diddy, bro? What's your comments on that?
What did she say about P. Diddy?
Huh?
What did she say about Diddy?
My fault. I don't know why I put P. Diddy in it. We just all assume P. Diddy because that's what she talked to.
She likes Golden Showers. She make her and Kevin Gates, and I love them both, but they be making Aquarius look super weird sometimes. I'm not into P. Don't pee on me.
Yo, I don't know, bro. Some of the shit Kevin Gates be saying, bro. I don't know if he be saying that because he's dead ass or he's just looking for clickbait, bro. I'm trying to figure out if that's really him or not.
It probably is. Sonny centric. He's a nut. It's cool.
Bro, this man, do you know what this man said? He said, yeah, I thought I had a little meat because my brother's meat was 18 inches. Like, bro, what? Like, why are you even saying shit like that on the internet, bro?
Yeah, that was weird. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that.
You got then he be saying shit like, "Oh, I started out the car battery in my hands." Like I don't know if he just be looking for clickbait, but he's a troll. I just want to touch that subject real quick. Oh, I don't know how you skip this shit. Bow Wow said he felt like the hip hop community needs a community like the NBA, so that rappers don't go broke. What's your take on that?
Who's going to be the founders of it? Who's going to be the board of directors, the board of trustees? Like, who do people trust to do something like that? That's a big thing and a big commitment to start. And it's also about people will have to pay. It'll have to be like a union. You have to pay to be in it so you can get services. But who's going to make sure that everything is done the right way? And that's the thing.
Here's my thing with the NBA. You have like 386 players, I think, a season. And the rap industry, bro, there's a million rappers, bro.
Bro, this, and it's not even just that, right?
Huh?
The NBA Players Association been around for damn near over 40 years, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, so the NBA Players Association been around since it was founded in 1954. So they have their struggles and stuff like that to go through now. What Bow Wow's talking about, you won't be able to see it actually be fruitful and done the right way for about maybe 7 to 10 years. Maybe give it a good 15 before they actually running on all cylinders. And a lot of the artists that they really want to get it for, they won't be able to see or benefit from at all.
And my question: how would you consider somebody a rapper? Because just like how we on the internet today, I go drop a song today, and I'm gonna tell you,
that's you a rapper, but you and that's why they would have to make it where you have to pay to be part of a union, one, and you would have to. It would probably be for artists that were signed to some kind of label or show some kind of records like they RIAA certified or something like that. But it gets real tricky when you start getting into that kind of thing.
Because the NBA is kind of for a fact you're in the NBA. Everybody can't just come to the NBA. But with rapping, you can just drop a video today on YouTube and you consider a rapper.
And that's what I'm saying. So it makes it real tricky. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that. But moving right along from that, let's get into the Breakfast Club. There's been some mixed reviews about Lola and Jason Lee being on the show. There's been some mixed reviews in general about Lola. People have been coming at her crazy. Shout out to Lola. I've always been a fan. Y'all got to stop hating that she gets sex scenes in shows because she look good. So none of us are complaining.
I'm hating because it's not me. That's fine.
First of all, Carmelo's supposed to be your favorite player, and you a Kanye fan. Why you talking about that man mom? Why you talking about Kanye mom like that, man?
Listen. This don't got nothing to do with them, bro. This don't got nothing to do. This is like a
this goes to show y'all. It be the dudes closest to you. Best is like, what's old boy name from Snowfall? That's who Best is. He be there with the pictures with y'all having a good time, and as soon as she's single, he on her ass. You know what I mean?
He left her, bro. He left her, bro. I don't know Kanye like that. Come on, my favorite player, but he ain't win us a ring. He ain't come to Miami, so he got no loyalty towards me either. But I ain't gonna lie, I like Lala over Jason on the Breakfast Club because I feel like Jason kind of like a student version of Charlamagne, but I don't want no disrespect to the LGBT community, but just like a gay version of Charlamagne.
I think Jason Lee is very, very, very LA. Like everything about him screams LA, and there's nothing wrong with that. You feel me? But I don't know how it fares in New York radio because it's a bit different. Big Boy, like if you watch Big Boy Neighborhood, shout out to Big Boy. Big Boy's a legend. Big Boy's been doing this media thing for a long time, but he just couldn't quite grasp the feeling of New York with his style. That's why he went back to LA and didn't stay in New York with doing radio there, even though he still is nationally syndicated.
I just feel like Charlamagne and Jason are kind of like the same people. And I'm sorry for saying gay. I mean, Jason is like a more feminine version of Charlamagne. You
don't want to call him feminine. He's still a man. He's a male. He identifies as that. He just happens to identify as an LGBTQ member. Yeah. Jason Lee is phenomenal at what he does. Like it's not Hollywood Unlocked. He was doing it with Melissa Ford. Shout out Melissa Ford is with the Joe Budden podcast now with Queen Flip. Shout out to them. But what they were doing there, he does a really great job. But I just don't understand if he has the actual feel for New York radio. I think Lala is a better choice personally because it does bring that woman dynamic, And she is her also. It helps because her son is in New York right now. You feel me? Cayenne is only a sophomore in high school, so she's always back and forth there anyway. Because she was actually at Cardinal Hayes at one of the games. Her and Mello going to the games, being there, being an active parent as much as possible. But for me personally, my first choice wasn't either of them was always Remy Ma. I always thought Remy Ma should have got the job after Angela Lee left.
See, I wouldn't mind Remy Ma either, but I like Lala too because being that you have two guys, people are you know how when it's three guys are some like it's like you can't touch certain topics with females, and especially Lala being an attractive female, guys are gonna be more openly to talking to her, but like how they were with Angela.
No, absolutely.
You might not care about Charlamagne and DJ Envy. You see some guys just want to be different.
But you also got to look at it too. Remy Ma, she's an attractive woman, and she's also she also understands the ins and outs of being a rapper. So she brings a dynamic on there, as in I'm not media. I'm an artist that has come to media, and I've been doing media for a few. Because if you watch State of the Culture with her, Joe, and all of them over there, she does a phenomenal job there. And she actually I think she has a more colorful and more fitting personality for New York with her being a Bronx native.
And you could tell she's gonna be blunt. She's not
exactly.
I noticed with the Angela, but I feel like sometimes like it was a K Michelle interview, or I think it was Lil Mama interview where they was running over Angela. No disrespect to Angela. But Remy Ma, I ain't gonna lie, I don't think too many people gonna be running over Angela.
No, you're not. And also, like Charlamagne, he's not gonna be bringing butt moles on this because she gonna be like, Charlamagne, what are you doing? Like she's gonna flame him and come at him for that kind of stuff. Like I know at one time they rumored Just Hilarious doing it, but again, we have to remember, even though it's a nationally syndicated show, The Breakfast Club is a New York based show. So you have to have someone that understands and has the feel of New York on that show.
Right. I agree.
That's fair.
So for me, my first choice is always been Remy Ma. Lala is not a bad choice at all to me, but I do see where they say she can develop her personality and stuff a little bit more, which can come with time because she hasn't been in media in over a decade, for real. She's been doing movies and stuff like that. Actually, maybe more than a decade, because I pulled up an interview with her interviewing 50 Cent and Wayne in like 2003. This is on TV days, feel me? This is a long time ago. So.
I don't know how we skipped over this too. Shannon Sharp versus the Grizzlies.
Oh yeah, man. Cause shout out to Uncle Shay, man.
He apologized for his actions, but I feel like that's just the competitors. I feel like I don't feel there was nothing wrong. That's just a competitive spirit. That's like if we go to the game and me being a true Heat fan, I'm gonna be talking shit to players too. Just sometimes that.
Hey, listen, I'm a Knicks fan. I remember what Reggie Miller did to Spike Lee when Spike Lee was heckling him. Yeah, said that his wife was doing all that. So it happens. He gets the best of him. I like Ja Morant, but T Morant did not want no smoke with Uncle Shay like at all. Please stop it. You did not want no smoke with that. That man, 50-something years old, and he still looked like he bench pressed about a good 350.
That photo of him was hilarious. Him where he was just like standing like he was ready for it. Y'all seen that meme?
Yeah. He had a $3,000 outfit. He was not. But they end up squashing beef. So shout out to T Morant.
Shout out to them. Skip Bayless. That is how you do an apology when you do something wrong. Yeah. When DeMar Hamlin had a thing and they Skip wouldn't want him back. No, that is how you apologize. Yes, you may have not meant it in a way, but you understand that you offended and hurt some people, and that's no problem with saying that you're sorry. This year we about peace, prosperity, and positivity. You feel me? So if people are not with that, stay away from them. Anything we also need to get into before we get up out of here, man?
Shout out to J. Cole for using a YouTube producer beat and give him all rights.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Cole. Cole is a good dude. Cole's also Aquarius too, because Christine like throwing the Leo thing out. I'm gonna start. It's Aquarius season, so I'm gonna start throwing all the Aquarius that's out there. You feel me? Also, what was I gonna say as well?
Shout out to Iggy Azalea. She made
I made a TikTok. It's kind of doing. I threw it also on Instagram of me going on a bunch of first dates. You feel me?
I see that. I go look at it.
Yeah. Well, some of them wasn't first dates, but most of them was first dates. Oh, y'all not getting that now. Like, y'all not going on dates because I don't know if I like y'all like that. It was a different time. This was in the past year of me dating and seeing things out, and I just gave y'all a little peek into my dating life. I have a lot of fun. I'm not a pull-up kind of guy. But sometimes I may want you to just pull up and just shoot. But all of y'all are not going to be privy to me doing this, just so you understand.
Okay.
It's not cheap. One, I'm not rich. Two, and I don't know if I like you like that. Like, you get the dates depend on how much I like you. That's the kind. Then it elevates. You feel me? It's a merit-based system. But best, anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
All right, 3-4 interviews dropping this week.
Mm-hmm. And you was on live too this week too, right? With a boy that got the grip pulled on him by.
We playing right now. We playing right now.
What you on playing?
The Eagles are playing right now.
I say you was on. I know bad. I'm saying you was on live with a boy that got that Charleston White pulled the grip on.
DJU, shout out DJU.
Yeah, shout out to DJU. I trapped into that for a little bit. And I seen y'all chopping.
He told me how to get Jen Jones interview and all that.
I seen that. I seen that whole part till you got off of there. Shout out to him.
He might have to take that right. He did.
Jonathan, we know you always work. Anything you want to let the people know before we get the fuck up out of here? Oh, nothing.
You heard us?
I don't think you can hear us anymore.
Oh, what?
I said, yeah, anything you got going on before we get up out of here? You want to let the people know?
I can hear you. Say that one more time.
Anything you got going on that you want to let the people know before we get up out of here?
Oh, my bad. For some reason, I just heard you out of here. But it's your boy, Big MBK Jay. You know, I'm a marketer for music artists. If you're an artist looking to, understand the marketing game, how to actually promote your project, have a proper rollout, I'm here for you guys to do one-on-one calls. So hit me whenever you guys need that.
Absolutely. Also, my birthday is not next week coming up. It's the following week. So I don't know if I'll be here for that show. Y'all may have to do the show without me. I'll be out doing ungodly things. And I don't know how I'll wake up that morning. But I won't be here. It'll be my birthday. And, yeah. If you want to give me something out there, not saying best, but just the people out there, great. I'll put something out there for y'all to do a deposit, to donate to the show. Ladies, if you want to do something for me, Valentine's Day and my birthday are two separate holidays. Do not give me one thing for both holidays because I will not talk back to you. So, this is the controversial Best of Swoop show. I'm here with the boisterous, immature, slowly maturing, need more hoes, Best. And I'm here with our good brother here, Jay. He's here, got a lot going on. Please see I tune into his stuff, man. Jay, tell them where they can follow you on Instagram if they don't know.
Y'all can follow me on I am MBK Jay and my company, Motion Media.
Feel me? And this is your favorite overweight lover, smooth talking and somewhat controversial, Vis Swoops. We about to get up out of here. Shout out to our producer Mike. Shout out to K Fly. And this is Room